Yo, what is up, everybody? What is up? All right, so I am going live for those that just want to learn how to comp properties and also want me to help comp their property. One of the biggest things that I see after coaching thousands of people is their uncertainty of the values of the home. So I'm giving my time today at will, right? Ask me any questions you want, kind of a Q&A to some extent, but also bring me your properties. Put your properties in the comments below. I will share my screen and I will help you comp properties to make sure you're assured of value. One of the things that I know for certain that stops people from making offers is simply not understanding if the offer number is correct, right? And so this is my time to give back to you and make sure you guys understand how to do that, that you are right. So when you do jump on, say what's up to me. John, what is up, my friend? Say what's up to me. Let me know what market you're in. Let me know your level of experience. And then if you want me to help comp properties for you to make sure that your offer number would be the right number or you see ARV, this is your time. We can take as much time as we need or comes on and who's of need of comping properties, then we will wrap up as quickly as you want me to wrap up. Either way, this is my time to give you guys some Q&A, right? Question and answer about anything at all. Or if you want me to help you comp some properties. Like I said, most insecurities or anxiety or stress about making the offer comes from not knowing what the actual property value is. So this is me giving back to you. Happy to comp your properties for you. My pleasure. What's up, Abby, Jay? What is up, everybody? John, 4 years. I see you. And by the way, put your name when you say what's up to me. Let me know your name because the software I use doesn't always get everyone's name. So I see Abby and I see Jay and I see John Gonzalez. I see John MacNeil. I see Leon Milton. What is happening? So hello all. This is our time. This is my time to be able to give back to you. I am ready to rock when you are. And by the way, if you don't have any properties that you would like me to comp for you, all good. Maybe you're comfortable comping and you totally get that part, but you have some questions regarding something else. I'm happy to open it up for Q&A right now for you, right? Just put your comment in the question below. What's up, Damon? How are you? Cleo, what is going on, Cleo? Put your question in the comment section below, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions you guys might have regarding anything. Or I'm also happy to comp properties so you are comfortable and confident in the offer price that you're going to give the sellers. What's up, my friend? Again, if you jump on, if you put your name in the comment as well as what market you're in, would love to know that. Would love to know where my loyal followers are. Matt Wenzel, what is up, dude? Also, if you guys have not yet jumped over and subscribed on YouTube, some of you guys are watching this on YouTube like Damon and others. Some are watching it on Facebook, but make sure you go and subscribe on YouTube because I drop 5 actual videos a week. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I drop 5. So go to my YouTube, youtube.com/Justin Colby, and subscribe because I give you guys some great free content right there. Derek from Pensacola, Florida. I love Florida. We're looking to do a little wholesale here in Florida. What is up, Wendy, South Carolina market? Love it. What's up, Justin? Listening in. Love it. Let me know who you are. If you haven't already, drop your name in the comments below. Again, this is really Q&A for you guys on any subject, as well as me helping you comp properties that maybe you're uncertain on how to comp. Happy to open that up for you guys right now. If you want to just drop the address below, I'm more than happy to comp some properties for you. Are you comping both as is, sells, as well as after repair property? From understanding, I would use the before, the seller, and after. I'm not certain who asked that question. I'll show it real quick. Are you comping both as is seller sells, as well as the after repair property? Understanding I would use the before for the seller and after for the buyer. Absolutely. Yes, I do understand that. Happy to do that. Adolfo, what is up on YouTube? How are you? Again, make sure you guys go to my YouTube channel. I drop 5 videos a week. I go live on my YouTube. You want to be subscribed there. The answer to this is yes. I will tell you where I believe an as-is value will be, and then where I believe your offer would be for the seller as is right now, and then where your ARV would be. I'm Sheik. What up, Sheik? Hope everything is well. Looking at 124 South Main. Let's do this, Sheik, my guy. So we are going to do this. 124 South. You said Main, right? So I got to jump over. I'm jumping over Main Street, Elmer. Got it. Street, Elmer. There you go, New Jersey. All right, now I'm going to share my screen, my brother. Sheik, my man, what's up, dog? All right, so we will stop sharing this. We will start sharing the screen. Uh-oh. Go to Systems Preferences. Unlock the screen by selecting the lock in the left hand. Ay, guys. They must have updated something. Hang tight. Sorry about this, Sheik. Hold on 1 second for me. Saying I can't share my screen. What the heck are they doing this to me for now? Ay. Sorry about this, Sheik. All right, security. Interesting. I do not know where they need me to go here. Where's my display? Oh, man. Of course they're going to do this as I'm trying to help you guys. Sorry, Sheik. Hold on 1 second. And then there we go. All right. Hopefully this works. Let me see if I can share my screen. Oh, this is absurdly annoying. Let's try something else. Let me go to, there you go. What about this? What if I just share that? Hey-o, we're in there, Sheik. Let's do this. All right. You guys got me? Can you guys see my screen? Let me know you can see the screen. Let me know that you can see the prop stream screen. Yes. All right, cool. So Sheik, here we are. We got details. So I just try to look a little bit of details. 6 bed, 3 bath. Love that we have a lot of property around here. I don't really pay too much attention to this, right? The 230, not really caring too much. It says MLS details. It might be on the MLS. They pulled it off literally 2 weeks ago, right? 60 days on market, pulled off. So the first thing I would do is talk to the seller about why was it on the market? Why did you pull it off? So 215, it wouldn't sell. So we know we're going to be below 215. And so we only have two properties here, 260, 275. One is apartment, so we're going to remove that completely. Then I'm going to probably have to go out, maybe a little longer, but I don't like doing this. It's just if you don't have really any comps, I'm definitely not crossing the river. You really only have one comp at 260, right? I'm not crossing the river, lake, whatever that is. I'm going to stick in here. And I'm going to say, okay, this is, the only thing that we can see single family residence 260. Okay, nice little exterior. Seems to be a pretty clean interior and needs updating. So this would be like a perfect wholesale, right? Where it's not a remodel, it's totally clean, absolutely livable. That would be a perfect wholesale. So if you were to remodel a home like this, you might be able to get closer to 300,000, right? Because this is as is. So what I would say, they said 70,000. I don't believe that's accurate. I would say, if you figure 300,000 fully rehab flip, like what does 375 get you? Totally different type of home, big land. Can't really make that as a comp. I would use 300 as an ARV because 260 gets you that. I would use 300, maybe even 315. I would go 80% of 300. So let's go 300,000 times 0.8. I'm just going to make an assumption you have a full-blown remodel to do, and it's 31 square feet. So you're looking at like 90 grand full-blown remodel, $30 a square foot. So you're at 150. And then let's say you want to make 20 grand, you're at 130. So I would say your offer's around 130 chic. Again, I'm making some assumptions, right? So just be understanding I'm making an assumption on whether you're going to actually have to do full-blown remodel, not a full-blown remodel. That's how I'm going to be looking at that. There's nothing for sold, meaning you have a good opportunity to be able to make that sell. So chic, there you have it. That was my numbers. Again, about 130 would probably be my offer price if you can see that type of value. All right. What else? Who's got some properties for me to underwrite for you guys? Is the lack of comps a red flag anyway? Actually, it's not, right, Matt? Great question, because you're thinking maybe there's no one buying. The reality is there's nothing for sale right now in any market, right? So the lack of comps is actually probably saying there hasn't been many people selling. And for sure in Jersey, there's a lot of people buying. So it's just about making sure the price is right. Of course. All right. We have another property that we can comp. Kong, what's up, dude? Long time no talk. I know we're supposed to be circling back. 3309 East 33rd Street, Minneapolis. Let's do that. 3309 East 33rd. A lot of threes here. Then I'll go back here and I will share my screen, share, tab, prop stream. Let's go. Kong, here we are. All right. Wow, look at all these houses. We're going to have tons of options here. This is great. All right. So looking here, getting some details. 2-bed, 1-bath, 219. Okay, got it. Oh, I love all these comps. Look at this. All these comps. With all these comps, then I'm going to start, adjusting for date, because a year is a long time. So I'll just kind of pick maybe a little bit shorter time frame here, try to get around 6 months. Look at all these comps in the last 6 months. This is a hot market, Kong. I might even try to see what's done in the beginning of the year. Wow, look at all these comps. This is great. This should be pretty good. Here's your outlier, the 413, the highest price around. Where's your lowest? Right, so 150. I like to try to stay as close as I possibly can. So I like 1, 2, and 3, right? So I'm just going to do that real quick. 1, 2, 3. I want to see the average price per square foot is 241. You have 290, 250, 275. Really good median, like just perfect. And so they're saying your average between it is 273. Now, what does that mean? What does 292 get you versus 250? All right, you don't know. What does 250 get you? Don't know. 275. All right, so without any pictures at all, based around what I'm looking at here, I'm happy to go down to somewhere like here at 6. 6 is a little further over. I don't love that. So I'm only a half a mile, right? So I can't really go too far wrong is the hope, but I'd love to see what a higher price can get you. And right now I can't. So one thing you can do, what does a lower price get you? One thing you can do when absolutely nothing comes up with pictures, you go in and you use Zillow, right? Because I want to know what these so I want Zillow to show me what is 3143. I can use any of these. 37th Ave, 3143, 37th Ave. Three one four three 37th Ave. Minneapolis. Okay. So still can't get many pictures, right? So this has been the challenge recently, is the picture selection, right? So I'm going to have to make the best educated guess I can make. Now, again, as you guys are comping these properties, the thing that you can possibly try to do here is get some photos. But right now, you have this super outlier at 412. You have 333. Let's just say you roll up to 300, right? Because I don't know what the pictures look like here, right? So you want to go use Redfin or Zillow to try to find these properties, and I couldn't with Zillow. So with that said, then use 300, and I would say, again, estimating a full rehab budget around, 1,000 square feet. I'd say it's going to be a $30,000 rehab budget. Oops. So you take 300,000 times 80% minus 30,000 minus 10 grand. So I think your offer should be somewhere around $200,000. That's the as is value. And then you roll that into, roughly a $300,000 ARV. That's where I would be, Kong. Iker, what's up, man? Love this. Always delivers. Appreciate you, brother. Cool. Love that. All right, Cleo. We got Cleo. Marietta, Georgia. What a great town. Let me go put this in. 150 Turner Road. 150 Turner Road. Where were we? Marietta, Georgia. Got it. Boom. All right. Share screen. Boom, boom. All right. Here's our little Marietta. Freeway's right here. You're not that close to freeway, so I love that. Comps nearby. Perfect. Okay. Zoom in. What ideally you want to do is stay in the same neighborhood. Now these are likely not, so I just want to make property type single family homes. Just want to verify that. All right. So we have a bunch of single family homes. This looks like a lot of land relative to what these would be considered. So I'm going to scale out a little. So 4 is probably likely the best what I could show you, because I have a feeling what these sales are new builds to some extent, right? So you go over here, you go pound for pound. They're not new builds, 202, but yours is built in 52. So we got to go like for like. So 4 is your best bet, right? See why I'm doing that? We can't go 52 to 202. We go 64 to 52. That's about right. And it sold for 107. What does 107K give you? We don't know. So again, you kind of reverse engineer this. You go and see if we can go find Huntington Drive. Let's say we find Huntington Drive. What we're looking for is to see if we can find after repair value, right? Was this remodeled? Was it not remodeled? Based around everything I'm seeing here, it's likely not remodeled, right? So based around all this other stuff, which you can't really pound for pound compare, I will see if I can go find that on Zillow real quick. 1597 Huntington Drive. All right. One 597 Huntington Drive. Huntington Drive, Marietta. Boom. See if we can get any photos. And the photos come back. Oh, I should probably share this tab. It looks like it's a remodel. Okay, so you're still not getting much access to that in terms of pictures. So you got to figure that's a remodel, right? So Huntington Drive's a remodel, and that's the one you look like you want. So 107 probably is your ARV. It seems awfully low, but based around the red door and all the new paint on the Huntington Drive property, I'd tell you it's probably a remodel. Now, what I'm looking at is this is a cash purchase, right, in green. So likely an investor bought it. But again, really hard to tell relative to what that would be, right? So I'd maybe dig around for the sake of time, right? Maybe check Redfin, maybe get a realtor to give you access to what that looked like when it was listed and sold. But you really want to try to find that. And then, looking like that's being 107, you need to gauge where your offer is at. 80% of that's 80 grand minus rehab, right? You could be quite low. But as a moment in time, I see a lot of higher numbers. So, your best guess here is you got to say, okay, well, would someone want this older home for 200,000 if they could buy a newer home for 260? Probably. So I'd start to go that route. My best guess here is, or not my best guess, but my best suggestion, I should say, on this deal, because the age gap, I'd actually call a realtor and see what they have to say. See if you can actually get pictures on the other sold comps that you can't see on Zillow, and then actually say, hey, where do you think an older house like this would fit? And that's how I would do something like that, right? Is to be actually go out and get some help trying to figure out where that pricing should be. All right, all right. Matt with another one. 817 Devon Court, San Diego. Let's do it. $817 Devon Court, San Diego. Right there on Right there on the beach. Definitely going to be $1 million+ property. Matt, is this what we talked about on the coaching call? Let me share my screen. All right. I'm assuming this is a single family home, right? Not a condo. Matt, give me some clarity on that. Is this a condo or is it a single family home? Oh, it is a condo. Wow, good for San Diego. So you're really all over the board here, dude. Like I see $1 million, I see 1.7. What is this? This would be ideal if we can get this comp. Number one, would love to see if this has pictures. Probably won't. Maybe, yeah. Here's a nice little, slightly updated, clean property. Nice. So your $1.1 million as is out the door, right? Meaning this property is 185 sold. So if it's clean and updated like that, $1.1 million. If you want to blow it out and do a remodel, my guess is you'll probably be able to, increase a little higher there. You're also a little bit closer to this side of what looks like either a bay. Yeah, very hard to comp it against 2, which is the $1.8 million. Maybe 3 would be a good comp, around 1.35. I would guess this would be slightly location based, but you also might just have a nicer, updated home. So it's not updated, it's red for God's sakes, but you have white countertops. It's definitely not updated. Brown, this is just location based. So I think as is, this property sells for $1.1 million. You might be able to pull out like $1.2 million, $1.25 million as an ARV number if you're going to remodel it. But I think you could, if you could buy this at a, let's just say, if you bought this at 900,000 and try to sell for $1.1 million times 0.10, 110,000 comes off $1.1 million. You'd make 90 grand if you bought it at 900,000. Right? So if you try to sell this, if you just bought it at 900, put it right back on the market for $1.1 million, as long as it's in this level of condition, you will make 90 grand after costs. I think that's a hell of a deal, my friend. So that's probably where I would tell you to start at, because it probably doesn't need to even have a big remodel. Just go in and try to get it locked up for 90 grand. Can ask why 80%? Great question. Most markets are super, super competitive, right? So I think there's been plenty of people over the years, 70%, 75%. At this point, I'm going to beat you every time. You're going to go for the home run, try to make 25, 30, 40, 50 grand. Most markets, if I come in at 80, I'm going to beat your offer and I'm going to go get the deal when you won't. I would just tell you, it's not every single deal 80, but most markets are pretty competitive. So it's an easy way for me to train. If you found a super motivated seller with a totally dumpster fire type home, you can absolutely buy it for less than 80. Absolutely. But in most markets, that's where you're going to be looking. All right. Let's see here. John MacNeil, 3671 East River Road. Let's do it. Three, 671 East River Road. Grand Island, was that it? Yes, it was. Let's go, John. All right, here we are. East River Road, right by the river. I'm liking this. Ooh, and maybe even on the water. Big fan with that. Might even be hard to find comps. All right, here we go. And boat slip, let's go. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be hard to find comps because if you're right by the water like that, shoot. Then let's go back for date because I don't want to try to comp when you don't have. And so this was sold at 350 um, in 2020, right before COVID hit. You got to figure if most markets. Here's how I do this, right? Most markets have appreciated by 20%, probably for minimum. I mean, I could very well see this same property selling quite literally this comp selling for 450 today. I don't know where this is, but when you have a lake property like this, like here's how I look at it. You're apples to apples here essentially. Um, I think this property likely in today's market when there's nothing available and there's nothing sold, right? Like I'm going to look at everything here real quick. Yeah. I think this property sells for 450 today. So I would gauge it off that and then figure out where you need to be, right? If you need a full blown remodel and the ARV is going to be higher, great. But I just say, okay, the baseline number is 450. If it's in good condition, maybe I go contract it and try to wholesale it. If I can go get it, if I can buy it for 400, 375, it's really now it's dependent upon the seller. That's where I'd take it. You might be able to buy it for 275 if the seller's motivated. But there's nothing like when you have a water property and there's like little to no comps, and then you take into effect how much appreciation, bro. I'd say you start offering around that 350 number and see where the seller goes. Yeah, needs a lot of work. Then freaking offer 300. Offer drastically less and just blame the amount of work. But dude, there's no comps there. So you have the golden egg, if you will. All right. John, this is not available via recording. All right, last two. We got Nikea and we got Kong. Nikea, you are in Sacramento, 7404 West Parkway. Let's rock. Seven 404 West Parkway. Hmm. 7404. It's not pulling up. 7404. Nikea, can you give the address is not pulling up? Are we sure the address is correct? Here we go. I just had to write out west. A lot of times I just use W and it pulls up, but it did pull up. We are good. Ooh, a lot of properties. I like it. Classic sprawling city. There was here, let me go over here, share my screen. There was a cash sale for 218 in 2008 for 218,000 in 2018. Interesting. A lot of sales in this area in the fours. A lot of sales in the fours, right? So I just want to really dive in here. I essentially want to look at 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is 0, 2, 3, and 4. So anywhere from 405 to 460. I want to make sure they're all essentially the same. They are. Are they all the same subdivision? They are. Except for 4 is 3. Okay. These two are same subdivision. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to use this one. Actually, I'm not going to use any of them. I'm just going to choose these. And I think the average price is 435. I think that's what you can benchmark as a pretty solid, here's a 430. What does that look like? Clean, right? So this is not a full-blown remodel. So 430 is as is, right? So I'd tell you this as is value is probably that 435. If you have a full-blown remodel, I think you can get closer to probably something like this, 490. You might be able to get 480, maybe even into the fives these days. So you might take a little flyer on that. But I think, 490 probably full-blown remodel. It doesn't look like you can really get higher price than 490. That's the highest outlier. And so you just take, 80% of that, right? And say 80% of 490 brings you to 490 times 0.8 brings you to 392 minus maybe very little rehab. Like if it's just a hotel, you need to paint and change carpet. So maybe you call it, 10 grand. How big, how many square feet is this? So yeah, call it $16,000 minus 16,000 for paint and carpet. And then because $10 square foot for the hotel, and then, call it, you want to make 20 grand. So I'd say your offer could be 350 is where I'd make my offer and see if I could sell it at 375, 370. That's where I'd go there. Right on. All right, Kong, last one. John Gonzalez, I see you put one here. Kong, we already got one from you, so I wanted to try to show some love to our guy. John is on market for 50K. Originally made an offer at 35, was pending, but buyer backed out because it's been gutted. Needs plumbing, HVAC, electrical. Agent reached out to see if I was still. I'm happy to look at this. I don't know if I can click that link. I guess I can't even cut and copy it. Unfortunately, the way this is set up. So, all you have to do is figure out, I would call a contractor and say, what does it take to put this together? So 50K didn't work. Originally made an offer at 35. I would actually go under 35. Hey, you're coming back because 50K doesn't work. My offer is 25K now. That's where I would go, John. My offer is 25K. Why not? They passed on your 35. Well, conditions got worse. Here's 25K. Cool. All right, y'all. That was a little Q&A time, a little comping time. Hopefully that helped you understand how to comp, how I'm looking at properties. I'll do this periodically for you guys because I know this is some of the issues people have with getting going is simply comping. So I hope this helped. Happy Thursday. Have a beautiful, wonderful Easter Sunday with all of your families. Give a lot of light and love this weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Hope this helped. Peace.